Hello, Sun City residents. I'm here to give you some information on the common walls in Sun City. The Sun City Homeowners Association has a foundation called the SCHOA Foundation, which works to raise money to paint those walls. Now, I've got a long story here that tells you a little bit of the history of it. But before I get into it, I'm going to tell you, so that you don't get bored and go away before the end, that to make a donation, because they're looking for donations to build up the funds for these walls, to make a donation, you can go to suncityhoa.org/foundation or mail a check to the SCHOA Foundation at 10401 West Coggins Drive, Sun City, Arizona 85351. Donations to the foundation are tax deductible. Now let's tell you the story of these walls. Now this is coming from the SCHOA website, so I'm going to read to you what they have. More than 17 miles of block and cement walls surround Sun City neighborhoods, acting as protective and privacy barriers along the busier streets and roads. The walls, all painted matching and calming off-white shades of wheat and patience, also set the tone for the clean, safe, and beautiful community that attracts so many property owners. Adjacent to homes and condos throughout Sun City, the Sun City walls, since their first segments were built in 1960, had for decades been at risk for falling into disrepair, losing their luster, and even becoming a mishmash of colors. Through the decades, various efforts were launched to paint the walls and then disbanded once complete. That was until 2014, when the Sun City Homeowners Association Foundation stepped forward and took on that responsibility as the first permanent steward, maintaining the protective barrier to the world, the Sun City walls. Now, this is a quote from Lloyd Maple, who is the SCHOA Foundation chairman. When the SCHOA Foundation was first founded as a way to fundraise for projects that support SCHOA's ultimate mission of protecting property values and quality of life, the Sun City walls just stood out as the right project for us to take on. And Lloyd has been the chairman of the foundation since its inception. The walls protect homes from the main roadways, both inside and on the edges of Sun City, and provide privacy, block noise, and defend homes from the unfortunate possibility of accident or incidents that can occur. Again, I'm quoting Lloyd Maple. They define us as a proud community that takes care of our property. The foundation realized we could support the walls and their upkeep in return for the value they give to us. When the foundation stepped forward just over a decade ago, the walls were falling into disrepair again and noticeably needing new paint. The last time they were painted prior was in 2000, when Maple said an organized volunteer group fundraised with the community, and he recalled many churches helping out the cause at that time to paint the walls. But that group had since disbanded and lost key advocates. And again, I'm quoting Lloyd Maple here in this paragraph. There needed to be a regular organization that was responsible for ensuring these walls live on for decades and generations to come. With no documentation from prior efforts, Maples said the SCHOA Foundation had to start from scratch in 2014. The process began with the voluntary SCHOA Foundation and the SCHOA Board of Directors spreading out on foot throughout the 15 square miles of Sun City and physically measuring the walls, leading to the 17-mile total used now. It was a tough task, as some walls are hidden or in tough-to-reach locations. Others on the outskirts are taken care of by surrounding communities who oversee the busy outside roadways. The team next painted a trial wall, and later negotiated the best deals for paint costs. With the data in hand, the task still loomed enormous, Maple said. But then, the dominoes of good fortune, needs were met one by one. Through donors and regular newspaper articles that helped fundraise, as well as support from corporate contacts within the community, Maple said. And now I'm quoting him directly. We at first thought we were going to have to break the project out into several years, but we were really lucky to have the support we did at the time. We learned a lot about how to plan and work on the walls to get the longest lasting paint job, and that is why they still look great now. Even with the support, the extensive project took 3 years to complete. And a decade has passed since the first walls were painted, making it vital to ensure that funds and support are lined up and ready now for the next round of paint. And again, direct quote from Lloyd Maple. The SCHOA Foundation does a lot to help the community and individual Sun City residents and property owners in need. The Sun City Walls project benefits our entire community on many levels and is important for us to plan. Every single day counts as we begin to look ahead to the next large paint project. 17 miles of walls is a lot to let go shabby, and maintaining their appearance, protecting our property values, and effectiveness on our safety has a high impact on our lives. The SCHOA Foundation also helps take care for the walls between the larger projects, and now works with Sun City Prides, which has one volunteer who has begun to use paint donated by the foundation to cover graffiti in order to continue to match the wall colors. The Sun City Walls project just got another example, much like the Day of Service, that showcases SCHOA's goals to maintain, support, and protect the community now and long into the future, explained SCHOA General Manager Lisa Gray. And here I'm going to directly quote Lisa Gray. Once again, SCHOA has been on the forefront of working to keep our community a place we can be proud of to live in. We all drive past, walk past, and live within the Sun City walls. This project is significant and needs our support. I can't imagine what the walls would look like if it weren't for the SCHOA Foundation taking on this project. Please consider donating to this effort. Fortunately, we not only can support the SCHOA Foundation with cash donations, but donations to the foundation using the Arizona Charitable Tax Credit is a great option and keeps those funds in our community. It is an excellent opportunity to invest toward our long-term future. Now, in addition to the tax credit, you can mail your checks to the SCHOA Foundation at 10401 West Coggins Drive, Sun City, Arizona, 85351, or go to suncityhoa.org/foundation. Thank you for watching.